let's get together. Stop all this fussing and fighting. Let's love one another. You gotta help your mother, help your father, help your brothers, help your sisters, help your neighbors and your friends. We are one people, one nation, one destiny. Everybody, y'all. One people, one nation, one destiny. Yeah, yeah. Separated. Now we are freer. That's the way it should be. You gotta help your mother, help your father, help your sister, help your brothers, help your neighbors and your friends. We are one people, one nation, one destiny. Yeah, yeah. One people, one nation, one destiny. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. We are one people, one nation, one destiny. Yeah, yeah. One people, one nation, one destiny. Another day, y'all. Move, y'all. In the olden days, we were separated. Now we are free, yeah. That's the way it should be. You gotta help your mother, help your father, help your sister, help your brothers, help your neighbors and your friends.
Alright, once again we welcome you to a very special edition of Positive Vibes Unfiltered. Yeah, we're gonna have a wonderful night tonight, and we hope that you stay tuned with us. Make sure that you share the live. All these things, it's important because we're dealing with a very important topic that can very well help a lot of you people. And I'm looking forward for your comments. I'm looking forward for you to give us that call. Tonight is big time. I've got with me a very good friend in studio tonight. He's no other than the one and only Mr. Kirk Jardine, aka Chow Pow. He's right here sitting with me, and so we're gonna get into a really nice discussion tonight. We've got a wonderful topic. We see so many divorces and breakups these days, right? And we want to know why compared to long ago. Why is it that we're seeing so many? And there's somebody else that's going to join us. We wouldn't let the cat out of the bag quite yet until they're here. So we're going to have a wonderful discussion. First of all, we'd like to say thanks to our sponsors, the people that support our program, of course. And these are the people from Taste Temptation. Provided some lovely snacks for us as we've got here, and of course Payless Variety Stores, Roy's Pharmacy in Border Market, Paul's Importers and Distributors, Genuine Auto Spares and Tools, La Vista Apartment, Star Party Rentals, and Gemini Cocktails, of course, Pure Aqua, drinking water, and of course, the Guyana Committee of Services. Yes, the Guyana Committee of Services. So, thanks to all our sponsors and everybody supporting this program. But we were out with our man in the street and things like that. We got a very important ad to show you, of course, because we've got the big thing coming on, right? It's the KFC Link Show Tortoise 7. KFC Link Show Tortoise 7 is of course is Guyana's #1 satirical review, and it's at the National Cultural Center on the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th. Right, of course, promptly at 8 p.m. Tickets are $2,000, $3,000, and $4,000. We'll talk some more about that. We'll talk about the executive producer will of course share a few messages as well. But we want to get right into our topic tonight because we want to spend time talking about what we're talking about, right? Tomorrow night, however, myself and Mr. Chowpo, we're going to be in Berbice. Yes, New Amsterdam Main Street, upstairs at Metro. At Metro, the hall upstairs at Metro, we're going to be doing a nice comedy thing for the people there. I know they got to come and really enjoy a good laughter. We'll tell you all about that though. But right now, let's head in to a few ads and then we go into our man in the street. Let's go!
That's correct. Laugh out loud. Laugh like wrath. It's happening tomorrow night. Yes, Friday night. Friday night at Metro, upstairs at Metro New Amsterdam. Yes, upstairs at Metro New Amsterdam. It's gonna be laugh like never before. Listen, raw. Myself, Lyndon Jumbie Jones, and Pow, we coming stand-up comedy. Come and laugh, get a good time. It's gonna be, tickets are only $2,000, $2,000 and $4,000. You understand? Come in and have a good time, man. Stress relief. Yes, big time laugh. No limits, no limits. It never happened before. It's going to happen at upstairs at Metro New Amsterdam. You understand me? So Barbies, come out to your numbers. It ain't too late for you to come out to have a good time. Yeah.
This is my granddaughter. We come for our fresh grand. She got 6 children.
6 children? She got 6 children?
Don't miss the KFC Link Show 37, July 26 to 28, 8 p.m. at the National Cultural Center. Tickets $2,000, $3,000, and $4,000. Compliments of Sylvie's and Camille's Academy. Let's have a good laugh.
The rate of divorce and separation today, obviously way more than long ago. Why do you think that they got so much of breakup and separation happening today compared to long ago?
You see, many years ago, people used to like go to family. They had a greater family values. You go and you ask mommy for our daughter. This, the wife will go to be will go and we have a family reunion first before they proceed with marriage. Because my marriage in a sense was very strong. The bond was very strong. But in this society now, we have a younger generation. You know, they just made feel well they don't think like how the mature elderly folks would think in the past. There's a younger generation today. And a lot of people years ago they won't listen to them say and she say. They will have to get strong evidence in order for them to say let's divorce. But now a lot of people will listen to them say and she say, and they will cause corruption among marriages today. That's why you'll find a lot of divorce taking place at the moment.
Long ago, well, I grew with my brother and my grandmother. Between the two of them, I grew up. Also, my mother. I think the problem is the women them don't listen. The women them are not listening to the men. All right. I watch my brother, my elder brother, and the first baby mother break up just because she don't listen. He would left early gone walk and sell and he would say, man, this is what I need you to do. And then when he come home, She there in the yard playing bingo. They sing, do them turn skin in bed, you know. So I think it's the listening. The women them they don't listen. The social media platform them get into these women. They see them lifestyle and they want to lift it down. It's not like how these young women would look up to the mother. Everybody want to be like, hey, I see she do this on social media. I see the one do that on the one pattern the same style. So that's where you'd find out you working for a small piece and ain't good enough for a woman, you might gain share a little 10 grand when the week come because that's where you could afford.
How it compared to long ago? Why long ago might just a lot?
Because the man was the head of the family. When the man talk, the woman them used to listen. If he come and say, all right, Sunday's market day, pick up them children, let we go market. Everybody listening, all right? But now you don't get in the man. You don't get in that.
The system is what got the place like that today. Breaking up homes and everything because finance is just killing people right now.
If you can look after your home, we expect gonna happen, champ. And people won't go out and do what they gotta do. And the system, money is circulating this place, eh? The whole world stay like that. The whole,
Long ago, poverty was around.
but long ago, the people, them, the older folks, they had more control. They had more respect for one another. Don't let it happen, no. They used to do that thing too. No. They can't offer them used to left and go back down and say they're gonna pick coconut and mango. And Harry next door, giving them a slide and boogie. If you answer one sign, whole party you answer and slip in, slide and boogie. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, answer they used to cheat, but not like no. The thing gone chaos. And they come way by because of the system. You see me? Money is circulating, them girls want fancy party here, and they're taking care of the party more than their own.
Well, the young generation don't have the patience. This one, most importantly, patience. And right now in this system, right now, going on, as far as you hear that your spouse says something, somebody said that your spouse says something, you understand? You go in and react towards it. It's wrong. It's wrong. You should do your own investigation and see the best out of it and do the best out of it.
Fine long ago, we didn't have so much a phone. Technology and everything get high. For we send a picture to somewhere, we have to go and get a photographer, take out a picture, and then put it in an envelope for send it. But now we could take out a picture. So if a woman do and she ain't got nothing to do and she feel wicked, she could just call a man in the video chat and all these kind of crazy thing. You try to get to her phone is a problem. You hear they say? Best you hang me before you go in my phone. I'm gonna hang you or I'm going in your phone. There's some best you hang me because you're going in this phone.
Me, Rastaman, Dino, selling all the latest clothes. You could check my mannequin there. Plus, we got the African wear for the 4th of August.
Well, the rate of divorce and the social party now, so everybody now don't take counseling. You just get to know the world. You say take time to know me. It's not an overnight thing. You got to know the girl. You just can't see somebody today and because they're living nice with you, they might treat you nice because everything is happening for the first. Everything's be glory and the flowers blooming for the first. But after this be a sudden destruction because remember you don't know nothing about me, don't know nothing about you. You only could assume in. Yeah, Sasha, assuming is not appropriate. Yeah, Sasha, you for the atmosphere. Yeah, because people should take them time now, and you write home to the girl mother, go home to the girl mother, and get to know one another. And you should get the court name and things that we're gonna know. But no, you just say a woman just right away. She might still the woman have work coming. Everybody lost in now these days. You don't get love no more right now. You get like and appreciate. Long ago you had love. Now it's like and appreciate. Love dead. I shall repeat and beat. Long ago you had love. Now it's like and appreciate. A woman like you because Jumbie might be a good looking banner. Yeah, so she might appreciate you because Jumbie get a sap you could bring to the table. Yeah, so I show you. But these people that bring women end up on nothing. Yeah, so, and the men can't tell them because now since you do the woman, she talking about your nails, she talking about your toenails, she talking about the hair them, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, 100,000. Let me tell you no future well, we're gonna plan in life. We're looking to buy, you're gonna work, are you gonna put up $10, you're gonna put up $5, are you gonna build up get a piece of land, you're gonna buy 2 cows, open a shop or something. These women end up under when they come and make you call you, bring them a Chinese food. Now you've got a woman now, the woman like don't hold day for she fat ass when she don't come to bring them a Chinese food. Yeah, so it make no sense doing nonsense.
Maybe because of how life changed in terms of finance. Finance has a lot to do with divorce and so on. right? Finance, um, lifestyle. Yeah, you had poverty long ago, but the people them had more tolerance, more patience. They could have talked to each other more. To me, though, number one is finance. Is make a lot of divorce and infidelity and them things, you know.
Um, to my point of view is that the Bible say morals is gone from the home, and because of that is Satan is in the background. And once the home is divided, family is divided, society going to be divided, country going to be divided, so we will have destruction. God bless marriage, Satan bless live home.
But there's a lot of divorce and separation happening in today going on.
Because compromise, we have to compromise, and sometimes we don't want to. Yes.
All right. So speaking from experience, I'm recently married. So I would say one of the things that have been causing these young relationships these days to not last as long, communication, insecurity, basically mostly communication. I would say we young people don't have the tolerance and the patience like those persons back then to deal with certain things.
Because they have jobs for the men's them. And the men them want to do sort of work, they got guard work, they can go and do and all of that. So that's a lot of breakup. Because if you ain't got money, you can't make it in life or we get eaten. We have responsibility, we have children, we have bills all to pay. Well, Lango was different time. Because when I was born, they said the wife them stay home and let the men them go work your farm. And all of that, go farm, you bring out and sell greens and this and so now. Not today.
Me, I think it's lack of communication, love, and understanding. I don't want to think that they had much love and communication back then. I see it different now. To me, there is hardly like love. Maybe people take a husband or take a wife because of certain things. I take she or I take he because he got this and so on and so forth. So to me, like there is nowadays is more lack of love. I would want to say. Yeah, I don't see much love. This is why by the time somebody snap, divorce.
People looking for vanities now. These days, truth like what the lady say, they might see this man, he got a business, so they run over you because they know he got money. But even like a small man, when they on the road, they won't bad with you because they say, he ain't get to no money. If you got business, you know, you get a big money. When the week come, you can give him 50,000. But the men, they barely get a little 20,000 when the man come for go market and all of that. So it's true to the lady say.
Yeah, I vex about the father. The father is done father, they today. Here. I vex my father go and left me, say 95 years. That's why it's one spend quality time with family.
First of all, right? Let me tell you something. Marriage of today is not sacred like before. Right? Divorce happening, breaks up happening because of understanding. People getting involved in relationship and they don't know what they're getting involved in. Some people ain't taking time like before to learn about the partner. People reaching people today, getting nice time today, having fun, everything looking good. First impression, but then me looking down the road for the future. Everything coming about the excitement. You understand? The thing is that if you see a woman, you ego, you spirit everything out for she, it's like this. You go after she there for you. Secondly, people just want to have sex. Sex is the main thing in everything right now. Sex and money. You understand me? People ain't taking no. Nobody married them for the right reasons. People ain't appreciating each other like we supposed to, like before.
The reason for the breakup and separation is frustration and they come because of poverty. People are not getting sufficient finances to live the way they want to. So it brings on frustration because when the man get home, the woman be looking for something. And most times if you get home and you ain't got nothing, it turns your mind to do a lot of things. She will turn to somebody else so she could get something.
But poverty and short of money and take use of them from all the time. How them ones who used to sustain?
Well, you see, it wasn't so much because things wasn't so costly in those days. Thing wasn't so costly, so you could have survived. You could have lived off of $20 in those days because you could have gone and get a pint of milk for a penny.
I think it's because of peer pressure. Long ago, husband never used to allow the wife to work. But now, women working, women doing hard work, I can work more than even the men them. So the peer pressure, and most men, most father and husband going away and left the children with the mother. So it come like a depression on them. They gotta get up, they gotta go out and look for work. Then most people don't have a house. Long ago, before your husband married you have to get a house well prepared for you and then put you inside your family, lose you to your husband because you get a well home for you to go in. Now most women got to the renting house, stopping at this body, stopping at that body. So the peer pressure comes so much on them. You understand that is because like the separation. And this also this social media thing what they get with this body Facebook and so it breaking up a lot of home also. So I think there's a real main reason for this husband and wife in living too long and those things.
It's a different modern time. Technology gone sky high. Everybody focused on the technology. Long ago, you didn't have these things. You had house and home and work. You understand? The discipline.
Well, same thing we think about.
To me, the Facebook, the phones, them, the children, them, they get too much of wisen with this Facebook story, seeing what going on, and they just want to move around, playing around, don't want to live a settled life like people who marry years back. They could able to say, oh, today's my 40th anniversary. We don't have that anymore. They can't even own a week in their marriage. They just move on, and from here, there, and everywhere, and eventually you find them dead. Difference now is because the young generation feel like sex is all. Funny time they're friend with somebody, parents don't know anything, they just move on, they're gone. When they're there in the trouble, the parents ain't gotta come out and reach out to that part. You know, it is not nice in this society now that is growing up here now. It is not nice because first of all, they live in home. They're gonna live for 2 3 days or a month or a week. Next, you see them and the bike fall out, or them and the girl fall out, or either them murder the girl or something. That is what's going on in this generation now. But long time we didn't have that. Parents will see your partner and you have to stay with that partner, whether hard or soft, you have to stay with that partner. And you could make it. You could make it at in them times there because you know why we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have phone, we didn't have so many communication with these kind of things. And I think is this kind of phone and this communication with the society gone the phone, they're on Facebook, they start chatting with somebody else. Eventually they left their husband or their wife and they gone to that person. You understand? That is the kind of relationship. But the middle party, what a suffer now is the children and what I make. We on Hing Street, we sell a lot of product, a variety of products, all kind. Well, face products, hair products, stay free, skin products, a variety of stuff as you could see. Stationery, like school items, perfumes, lots of stuff, opposite quality at Maikoni Bus Park. Rich, gift center, and variety.
From my knowledge and understanding, long ago, people when they marry, they were stay-home mom at first of all. The husbands were the one who used to be working and supporting them. So no matter what the husband do, they have to take it because they don't work, they stay home, they're stay home mom. But now the women they're working, if they married or married not, so they're not taking stupidness from men. They won't take no stupidness from men, so If you want to do me this and do me that and do me that, I gone. Because I'm working for my own money. But long ago, women, they were stay-home mom with the children, while the husband, they work and the cane field and different jobs. So they had to take whatever the husband do. And they married and they don't want to leave because what the big people would say or what the mother would say. But no, women don't take that. They're going for that.
Must separate and divorce because the women them don't want to listen to the man. They're supposed to when the man says something they're supposed to hear, and that they don't want to do. If they listen to the man, everything will come straight. But they don't want to do that. They got to listen. What the man say, the man is the boss. Not because a woman you can say that. No, that's not right. Me not agree with that. Me not agree with that. What the man say, you got to hear.
Here we are live again, and what we had some comments. You're out and about in the street. I want to remind you though that when we come out and about in the streets, that we hope that you're brave enough to give us a comment, because it's your opinion and your view. And I find that's why we're going to do another topic about people being camera shy and so on. But for the time being, you see positive vibe come out. It may be somebody you're helping, right? So kindly share a nice view, and so that we can all hear, from other people you might be helping someone. Now, I want to introduce the one and only Chow Pao in studio here with me tonight. Thank you for coming, Mabai. Positive vibes.
Thanks to Cassie for coming, but I don't really get time. But hey, guys, good night, everybody.
Well, I appreciate it a whole lot.
Yeah.
Now, social media today is a bunch of negativity, and negative things just fly about the place like wildfire, and they get a lot of share and a lot of likes.
Now, tell me about it. I know about the one good.
Good. We decide we decide to say, hey, we can do a podcast with something a little different, And we don't care if we don't get 1 million views or whatever, but at least if we get to some people and we could change a few lives in the process and so on. So they must not only feel we comedians is all about skin teeth alone. We can make a contribution to the society out of comedy as well, even though comedy and laughter is important and it is a contribution as well, right? But we can deal with serious topics and issues, social issues, to help each other, since people would listen to us a lot, people like to, when the time they say a chow Paul, so they're ready for listening what's going on, and they can hear something positive. Our topic tonight is a serious one, because a lot of divorce, separation taking place, like marriage and thing ain't lasting at all. It's like what I said about celebrity marriage, they never last, right? But everybody breaking up these days and thing. Compared to long ago, what are your views on it? You heard all the comments. So
the comments are very interesting, But if you notice, it follow kind of trend. Everybody's saying money.
Yeah.
Money is the root cause of this thing not working out, because someone stretching it over to poverty. Poverty causing the separation, And then them man are throwing another line in. Social media, them are blaming the social media. For causing the breakups and them kind of thing, But Jumbie, you believe that there's in the part, you think there's more to just breaking up, this thing not lasting because of these little things? Social media playing a big part in how? How social media playing a big part in the breakups?
Because they said they're following the trend with a C on social media and so on. They're following all the things and the modern style of life and so on, and the glamour and the glitter, and when they follow things like that, it takes away from the morals and so on and the principles, and they're not marrying for the right reasons and so.
I got a different take to all this. It's very simple. Most marriages today is not as God-centered as it used to be years ago. We shifted away from the God-centeredness of the marriage and how it relates to the family as a whole. You understand? Years ago, the slogan, a family that prays together stays together. And, you hardly see it or hear it going today. You know what I mean? So I think we move far away from the family being God-centered, especially the two heads. Because when we get married, Jumbie, what's the things that ask you in church? You got married, I think, more recently than me. What the pastor you say? For better, what was it? For
better, for worse.
So, a couple of things. If anybody could help me with it, help me with it there. And then there's something very important the man is there. For better, for worse, for sickness and
poor or
right. You know it really signals, Jumbie? It signals contentment, bro. So you see when marriages, there's not no form contentment between, if they are not contented with each other, you're definitely going to go astray. You understand? Because if you value a good marriage and the financial success of the marriage, who controls the finances? Any one of them? Anyway, any party could give each other more than what God allowed them to do. So you see how the contact with the creator coming in with these vows that you actually take at altar, and we like say, especially them girls when they start get blow, I left it, we go before God and man and we can stay, you know them is do it, right? You understand? Yeah. You know, so I think there's a big part playing in there, because no contentment means something will happen. You're going to feed into something. You know, the influences are many. You know, because young wrestlers play a nasty game, you know. Young wrestlers open me to international diplomatic blow.
Then he's making sure she tell me with for better, for worse, in sickness and in health.
Yes, yeah,
till death do us part.
Till death do us part, this contentment, buddy.
But we see a lot, we see it continue to happen, the separation and thing just continue to happen. And the breakups. And marriages are also reputed, right? If you're not married and you live at home, there's like a relationship as well. Your reputed wife or husband.
Here how this the social media part coming in. You see all these blue channels, we got all these physical activity going on. This thing has made people start thinking about what they have, you know, and who performing more.
Yeah.
And it's gone into this kind of real sexual thing.
You're talking about sexy blue thing. Blues, X-rated stuff. When women getting a chance to see certain equipment and them,
you know, and seeing certain style,
they're happening at home. So there's a reason for separation.
I'm only introduce the girl to the tubes, and the girl come and clap something in me.
How come you get like that?
Where you get it from? Shade. Now you introduce me to the. Is he introduced she to the tube? You know. Now the girl run out the tube and come and drop a movie. And she said, "Where you learn it from?" The girl says, "Not the same tube you introduced me to. I learn it from." You understand? So in the way people are right. You know, the internet definitely matching up, because you start competing. It's like when a couple go out. If you go out with your wife and I go and another man go out, me I go out with my wife, you never know. The competition might start. Because you might pull the chair for she, and she, and I go want better you. I go want to pull the chair when she said I want to put the napkin around her neck. You understand? It's the kind of thing that could actually lead to a lot of breakups. But I think we actually losing the God centeredness in marriage, man. You know. The God coming, and then somebody else says something else. I think it's a Rasta man. He said the men taking a licking. Why is you supposed to be the head of the home? The economic situation of this country put you in the financial back foot. You understand? And you automatically become the head of the home no more, because you can't be quiet. You can't even protect.
But I ask a lot of people the question. I said poverty is not a no thing, right? Lack of finance is not a no thing. But the marriages used to hold, and now it's not holding, right? And we got quite a few comments here. I just would like to say that Mr. Chris Gopal is absent tonight. He is otherwise engaged. I'll tell you, no problem or anything like that. He just otherwise engaged, right? So, and he may be absent for a little while as well, because he is traveling. He's going to be traveling. And so, I miss him, of course. We miss him. You know, there's Mabai right here and so on. But I would like to give I got some serious thing coming up that I really want to talk to you all about. I need you all to stay tuned. But now, before I tell you about the taste temptation, right? The snacks that we got some lovely snacks here, something. Yeah, Mabai Chow Pao has a nice portion, and it's from Taste Temptation. Tasty treats for your birthday, anniversary, office function, or if you are celebrating a special occasion. cakes, pastries, finger foods, or just foods, call them on 643-4141, and delivery is available as well, so you can get some lovely snack like us here, prepare and set for you. Taylor's Variety Stores, clothing for men, women, and children, toys, stationery, perfumes and toiletries, household items, events, decor, and appliances. Located at 42 Wellington Street, there's 2110 Charles Street or Butcher Road, Perico. 14 Strand and Pitt Street, New Amsterdam. 28 Stelling Road, Vreden Hope, or 62 Public Road, Quarantine. Rosal Town Quarantine. They got a big promotion on right now. All you got is write your name and contact at the back of the bill, drop it in the box, and you can end up winning quite a lot of items, including a laptop computer. And of course, Roy's Pharmacy, they're all the way in Border Market, and you can get all your pharmaceutical needs there. They also offer cholesterol tests and oximeter and blood pressure tests and tonic and protein powder, vitamin and supplements for men. Yeah, supplements for men. They got enough sexual enhancement stuff and things. If we just talking about it, if you want to get strong, nothing is wrong putting a little tonic in your system.
A pastor been thinking about that. A pastor by he but the man with bad Jumbie. The man come and go the same time, bro. The man,
come and go the same
boy.
We got
some them same enhancers.
Well, they're in Border Market, right? So you could get them at stall 32, 33, and 65. At Border Market. There is a household name in Border Market. Anytime you go there, man, over the counter, and you get prescription drugs, everything you can get there, right? Paws Importers and Distributors, genuine spare parts for your vehicles, Champion Spark Plug, BTS cleaning products, Ultra Lubricants, and Wagner Brakes product. There at 70 Garnet Street, Camberville, Georgetown. So make sure you check out Paws, get your wiper blades and everything, and they just advise you on everything. They only stock genuine spare parts because they can explain and tell you certain things when you go down to Paws, right? And then you get genuine auto spares and tools, top quality spares for all make and model of vehicles, batteries, lubricants, for car products and accessories. You have new tires on and off roads vehicles, mag rims, and a wide variety of total tools, located at 106 My Street. You can call them on 693-1742. And of course, Star Party Rentals. They're not just about chairs, table, and tent and these kind of things. For birthday, wedding, showers, graduation, wherever you got, you just put your occasion on, and they can set you up with tablecloth, cutleries, decoration, lights, portable toilets, everything. They're at 21 Craig Street, Camberville, Georgetown. And of course, these wonderful cocktails we have here from Gemini Cocktails. They're locally made right here in Guyana, man. You take the party wherever you go. You understand? So you don't got to get a mixologist. You walk with the party and take cocktails on the go. Packages contain cocktails available by order. You have the Bahama Mama. You have the Malibu Sunset, the Passion Fruit Hurricane, the Appletini, Watermelon, Daiquiri, and Peppermint Kiss. Just call them on 657-8411. 657-8411. Pure water drinking pure aqua drinking water. Yeah, we got them right here. You get them in small like this, and you could get them in the big bottles as well, and so you could get a case and these kinds of things. There's price available, but you can call them on 623-5909. Let's get back into our topic. Not before we talk about Link Show. Link Show, KFC Link Show. Another show for you guys to go and have a fun and enjoy. Laughter is the best medicine, man. You need to just go out. Link Show 37 years. And they are Guyanese's #1 satirical show at the National Cultural Center, July 26, 27, and 28. Mark the date, 26, 27, 28. 8 p.m. Start sharp. If you know Link Show, they start on time. Tickets $2,000, $3,000, and $4,000. Make sure that you go there and have a ball at Link Show, right? And myself and Chow Po, we didn't combine for a little while now.
Bye. I don't know the last time me you that one. We went to. It's where we went by.
Kokwani
together.
Kokwani by.
And then we do Lyndon.
Then people asking, right? I got called the other day about 3 days ago when we coming back to Kokwani. I said we don't bring ourselves. Somebody got, but we going Barbies. We going New Amsterdam tomorrow night. Yes, we're going Barbies tomorrow night. We're going to, hey, that's going to be crazy. Let me tell you one time in Barbies, right? It's uncensored comedy.
No, Jumbie.
Well, for me.
Why? What you want to tell people?
I'm going to talk
What you want to talk about? Which topic you want?
I'm going to talk about everything.
Wickedness?
I'm going to create laughter. This is the main thing. People must skin their teeth and relax without the sensitivity and just have a good time and go home and relax and say, well, Bano, I laugh. And, you know, laugh away your sorrows and pain, your headache, your troubles. It's just good to laugh sometime, man.
I'm looking forward to it, man. You know why? It's a long time I see you perform for real, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a long time I've been on stage myself.
I want to unleash,
with
man.
you guys, you know what I mean? So, I know it's going to be a blast.
So, big up the promoter. It's going to be at Main Street there. The Metro downstairs, upstairs. A big hall.
Yeah. I hear people come out.
They're setting it up nice.
You know what I mean?
There wasn't a lot of advertising did long ago, right? But people know about the show, and so 2,000 and 4,000. They got some VIP area for 4,000, but 2,000 is a ticket.
And what y'all could do is y'all could come and record this stuff if y'all want, because it's a kind of a historic thing going in. The last time me and Jumbie performed in Barbies was
it's long, by.
This article said was
long.
I don't know the last time we went to
Well, I know they're under pressure that tomorrow come out for laugh. You come for anything else, don't worry. Don't waste your time. Come for laugh.
And please leave your sensitivity at home with this nonsense, especially if you know, Jumbie's like this now, right? I need people to understand comedy. I ain't concerned how you feel about me joke. That's your business. Because it's just a joke I tell you.
Erupting the laughter is the most important thing, right? I don't know why people
so
come to
much
the show and get serious and think this is not a history show, it's not a gospel show, it's comedy,
it's
right?
It's not two pastors preaching either, you know what I mean? It's not
come on, have a good time, you deserve it.
Watch, look, if you just had a breakup and your marriage didn't work, come. You might start a marriage.
We topic. There's a lot. We really head right back.
Yeah, this is why I bring it back to the topic one.
Because this is important, Chopo. As much as we discussing, we making light of the moment. There's a serious undertone when it comes to separation.
Jumbie, let me tell you something.
People margin last and long at all.
Men in the problems. Men in serious, precisely is in a serious problem because men in a serious problem. Men has been losing their manhood to, one must say, the law.
Roles
you can't,
in reverse.
Yeah, you cannot even, if you discipline your child, right? If you discipline your child and you do it the wrong way, you could end up in jail. If you talk to your wife the wrong way,
you miss it.
Yeah,
you will be in a sweet red meat in jail.
I miss it the watch. I miss it by.
I don't tell myself if you do go to jail, I gonna commit a crime just to get.
You come for watch my back. You come for watch my back.
No, but a lot of people on the comment they were saying that
a father. Look at this. A father got. And the mother got a child. The mother be the child. She ain't going to the police or report nothing. Then the father touched the child. The mother got in a report. You know what I mean? So the head of the home is being beaten down. And it's taking its toll on marriages as well. Because a man not able to stay in a situation where he watching jail every morning he wake up. The man will find a way out. And it's out of the marriage, out of the family. The whole family break up because of it.
But I look at it this way.
Then they got this say another thing. I think this when women are making more money than men, right? For whatever reason, for some strange reason, they feel that the running of the house is up to me now. My decisions in here because I'm the owner. You know what I mean? And you know, then they start dissing the man in front of the children, and then the children start losing respect. It also breaks up the home.
All we believe in the good books, whether it's the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, or the Bible, and they said the same thing. They said
I'm glad you bring the part, Jumbie, because I'm gonna ask that question. This is the thing. I love Jesus with all my heart and soul. You understand? I'll tell you this plain. But you see, if he get married, I might have to understand how he deal with his family. I might have to get a deal with you.
Set a little example.
Yeah, he set the example. He go away and let me sail him. You understand? He doing that is there.
But
he should have went and get some training. Let me see how far this will operate.
All those good
and
books,
how he wife would operate.
But all the good books give us is like a manual.
How you think Jesus' wife would operate? Jesus had a wife, Now you think.
By you sending me imagination while there, I gonna tell you now how I think Jesus would operate. I know Jesus was a bad man.
Yeah, but how you think his wife would have been towards him?
Jesus would have been got to be good because this is the best man you there with.
You think she would have gone and tell you, well, you don't stop walking all over the place with the friend them and come over and you pay them attention and you don't give me none. You think?
Yeah, you did with all them disciples.
Yeah, I was talking and feeding a set of people with fish and you don't bringing home no food.
Nah, sure, they wouldn't have said them things so. Right? And be careful before people say, talking about blasphemy.
No, we ain't blasphemy, we're talking serious thing because it's an example we're looking for, right? The perfect example.
Yeah. Listen, if you just join the program, we're talking about divorce and separation, breakup, and them things is prevalent these days, and we're really trying to find out why is it compared to long ago that they never used to had so many breakup and so on.
Good evening, Fernando.
And long ago, a lot of the people used to adhere to these good books, and they respect the man of the home and women. But I think what happened today, a particular young lady mentioned this thing. She said, not she said she ain't staying in no relationship if it's abusive, if it's right, if the man ain't treating. She said long ago women never used to work, women used to stay home. And men used to work, so they used to call the shots and everything. I said, I working now. You think if a man play heading good in trouble, he giving me blow, cheating and thing, I can still do with it because I get an option now. I get a choice now. I could beat out and get another man. Me staying with he, I get me cheese, I independent and thing like that. Long ago, the women, they had no finance and that kind of things, so really, because it never used to go as me finance as you finance. I'm not sure, but the men was in control. So the women afraid, they used to even go through abuse and still stick with the relationship. And the parents used to tell them, stay with the man, girl. You understand me? There's your husband, stay with you. In today's world that we're living with, people, if you want to call it modernized, advance in certain things, the knowledge readily available on social media at your fingertips. You could read and learn about abuse and the forms of abuse, and you could read and learn about disease and so on. Like if a man bring a disease and give wife she used to have to go to the doctor. And, no, you could say no, you're risking me life.
The thing about it, John, to me, these days, everything is abuse. I talk to you quiet, it's quiet abuse. I talk to you loud and be verbally abusive. I raise my hand and getting physical abusive. I carry silent treatment to you and being silently abusive. Boss man, this abusive thing going out of control now, bro. Everything is an abuse.
I believe we live in a world that is evolving in front of us, right?
Everything now, because they had back then days, promoting mental stress. You see, I don't know how all of a sudden all these terms are being used. You're putting this person under mental stress. Is because of what you're doing make this person. I don't know how much we can get blamed and how much.
That's what I want to explain,
come with.
I want to explain that we have certain things available to us. Why not use it, right? We are learning much more than before, right? We are learning our physical. We are learning about our mental health and things like that. And what people used to go through before, they're not prepared to go through now. And they shouldn't, in my mind. You have more say now. You have more options. You have more choices. You can stand up and say, listen, I am not accepting this nonsense. You claim you love me and you married me. And me and you together. And you out there cheating. And I must still stick with you, right? You out there, you're risking me life because you're going, heaven knows if you come down with boss or whatever and thing and so on. You're risking me life, right? You're risking me family life because we got children and so on in the relationship, and if we kick out, we children left to the elements of the world. So we're not accepting things like that anymore. They're not accepting that you left me for do all the housework and didn't even considering it work. The man gone out there, he working, he consider he doing work. What the woman doing, washing clothes, pressing, cooking and looking after the home, she ain't working. She actually working. So it's a different scenario now, and to me, I'm not very upset with women who are standing up for their rights now and in accepting certain things. But one of the things that I have a problem with that they don't accept is the man being a man. We must learn in no uncertain terms, we've got roles to play. We are different. We were made, created different. And let me tell you this, so once we run away from that, we're going to always get problem. Men, we are wired different. We are physically different. Mentally, we think different. And if you tell yourself that you're going to steer the ship and you're going to be the boss, whether you're earning more or not, there's a recipe for problems.
Yeah.
So women got to understand her role. Women get strength too, you know. But it is use the man's strength. Here what it do. Women get strength, right? I know a story.
So you guys cause more problem for the breakups than the men?
Well, I wouldn't point my fingers because we both get issues that we just be doing wrong things to each other. But I can tell you
somebody says something, be breaking up right and trying to make it right, you know. That causing the whole thing to go.
I want to tell you a story that I heard long ago that about a woman's strength, right? Some women, they're aggressive and they come with muscles, and this is where they're making the biggest mistake because they're strong like the men. We are the muscle one, we're the aggressive, territorial ones. Women got strengths, right? That's why they say women get so much mouth, right? Because they like talk and so on. But hear this: a man the one, he's starving a woman. He's starving and he get a big rosy pig he mining and he fattening the pig every day. And he say you can sell this pig, but he's so in love with this pig he ain't selling it. Every day he say he's selling it, he's not. The pig just getting more and more wrong and he enjoying himself. And they're suffering in the house and so on. So one of your neighbor, good friend come out and say, you know, it's woman like y'all. It's woman like y'all that's got we punishing the man abusive and thing and so. Let me tell you what for do. And she said, man, I hope I get enough advice already. I'm me going to do no stupidness. She said, I ain't telling you no stupidness to do. I ain't like the other women who would say do this and do that, go obey man and that kind of thing. You're going to obey he with what I telling you here. She said, here what for do. You, when you go out, I can lend you a raise. You can give it back when you get money because I know you're going to get money. You want to listen to me advice. You're going to buy up some nice food. You're going to nice you up a waiter, man, artist through his stomach. So say you can cook up and take up. When he call you, treat you with enough respect and love. Treat you with respect and love. This we weapon. Tender love and care. This we weapon. We can't use the man weapon. He's aggressive and strength. We use we weapon, tender love and care. God give me in the bosom. You rest within the bosom. You understand me? And she say here. And she set up the whole thing. So the woman, when he come home in the house and he bust the door, so he house rearranged. She had to buy nothing new, you know. She just take the blind would be over, so put it over the other side. Take this chair and pull them in the corner here and take the table and carry them wrong. So, and then she put a set of food on the table and cover it down nicely. So he left shock. He thought it's a different house he come in. But when he watched the food and them kind of things, he said, what more going on here? Tell me what's going on here. She said, nothing, baby. I just realized that, you know, we got to do good things and so on. I got to play my role.
Play your role.
You understand me?
And
he sit down. When he see the food, he can't resist it. God, he sit down and he start eating. He start flick up his finger. The thing tastes good and thing, girl. You could cook and thing and so on. Like the chunk of meat and them things and eat, and she rubbing his head while he doing all of that and so on. And then she left you and he near done it. And she got this time the bedroom. They redecorate too. The bedroom, the bed, they're right by the door so you can see him from the table. When he raised his head, so you know which food for eat. The woman got on a string. Yes. strength, buddy. She make you come without calling me, right? The mom, you know, she sit down in there and she flashing to you, right? You better make sure he eating and you know which food. He drop the food and he said, go around with you girl. Why you dress like this? And she, you want to dress like he said, no, not like I want to dress like that. I like how you dress and thing and so on. She said, well, all right. You okay? She said, you want to take a bath? And the man said, I got time for bath right now, girl. I got time for something else, girl. And he started getting down to business. She said, wait, no man, go bed. Every girl, dress yourself and thing. And she slip out from under and dash on in the bed behind she, right? She get to eat it and thing and so on. And when she weary out and he weary and he catch it and he holds, she said, girl, settle yourself like that, this thing. And she had a ball. The man, well, when he done, when we done and we shoot, he fall down. And he there, she said, sweetheart, the pig we get, you always say you're selling it and I got a sale for it. He said, sell the pig, no man. You know? He said, sell the pig, you know, in his sweetness, you understand me, and everything and so on.
So why not the pig?
No, I said it wrong. Was before, he tried to forget it and he ain't getting it. And she slipping it out and thing. She said, but I want to sell the pig. Hey, sell the pig, no woman, just settle yourself, sell the pig. You know, when something hard, the mind soft. And so when she done and thing, by the time he wake up back, from he knock out and he wake up back, he see the woman counting money in the bed class. Hey, where you got this money from, your pig boy? She said, I sell the pig. He said, sell which pig? She said, you tell me sell the pig. He said, my God, woman, I just don't want this thing, why you sell the pig? But the story, the moral of the story is that women get strengths that they don't use. They want to get big and bad, they want to get their face and thing and so on, right? But they could show love.
Yeah, man, they could play in other words, they could play the role.
Passion.
But then again, there's being motivated from the man, you know, because sometimes some of we, and I will say some of we, it's really do some stubbornness. We don't really play the part we're supposed to play. You know what I mean? And we stuck a lot of these women.
They could achieve what they want by using the strength.
So, but some of we got catch ourselves, you know what I mean?
I think though that this whole difference with long ago and now got to do with the fact that information would have reached the women, and we these days women are working harder than men.
You hear a man comment on it when the man says sex cars and not these things. Because everywhere you look around, you know, it's hard. At time the commissioner decided at time, you know, he said the clothes the women wearing causing problems, you know, they're more proper for you.
Genevieve said right now, sales for string going up.
Here. Strings got it locked, boy. Strings got it locked. They got in competition though, because Angel and them giving them a tough time.
But on a serious note,
but you know, I think the thing about it, Jumbie, is that I've been through a lot in marriage. I married over 20 something years. You understand? And you know, it's been a hard ride. It's been a roller coaster. You know, and I can't say, even though my stories are when the Lantern Post, I don't know for reason. I don't put them there, but they collect me
you
quick.
Story out there, man, your size.
Just collect me
You're
quick.
not a small man like me that don't recognize me. You call a little piece.
Just collect me. But one of the things is really allowing God to do your work with it, man. You know what I mean? Listen, and you're going to be able to go through these things. Not without God permission, buddy. You know what I mean?
So at this time, people, I'd love if we can get a call from you guys. You know, you can call us at 231.
Passat said the right thing. Men do a lot of SK. What's SK?
I know.
What's SK?
He shot in the word there.
I know. Anyway, men do a lot of SK.
But I never blame any particular gender. I believe both
I know what SK
genders,
stands for.
Was skites?
Yeah. Skites.
Let me roll on a quick break because our other guests would have arrived, and so we're now going to go to a quick break with a commercial and so on, and then when we come back, we got good reason for you to call and give your views. We're going to be reading out some of some of your opinions and your views. So Charles, let's get into the break and we'll be right back.
Yeah, people, you deserve it. It's time to get a big laugh.
That's correct. Laugh out loud. Laugh like ras. It's happening tomorrow night. Yes, Friday night. Friday night at Metro, upstairs at Metro New Amsterdam. Yes, upstairs at Metro New Amsterdam. It's gonna be laugh like never before. Listen, raw. Myself, Lyndon Jumbie Jones, and Chow Pow. We coming stand-up comedy. Come and laugh. Get a good time. It's gonna be, tickets are only $2,000, $2,000 and $4,000. You understand? Come in and have a good time, man. Stress relief. Yes. Big time laugh. No limits, no limits. It never happened before. It's going to happen at upstairs at Metro New Amsterdam. You understand me? So Barbies, come out here. Too late to come out to have a good time. Yeah.
This is my granddaughter. We come for our fresh grand. She got 6 children.
6 children? She got 6 children?
Don't miss the KFC Link Show 37, July 26 to 28, 8 p.m. at the National Cultural Center. Tickets.
Yeah, people, you deserve it. It's time to get a big laugh. That's correct. Laugh out loud. Laugh like ras. It's happening tomorrow night. Yes, Friday night. Friday night at Metro, upstairs at Metro New Amsterdam. Yes, upstairs at Metro New Amsterdam. It's gonna be laugh like never before. Listen, raw. Myself, Lyndon Jumbie Jones, and Chow Pow. We coming stand-up comedy. Come and laugh. Get a good time. It's gonna be, tickets are only $2,000, $2,000 and $4,000. You understand? Come in and have a good time, man. Stress relief. Yes. Big time laugh. No limits, no limits. It never happened before.
2003
at upstairs at Metro New Amsterdam. You understand me? So Barbies, come out to your numbers. It ain't too late for you to come out to have a good time. Yeah.
This is my granddaughter. We come for our fresh grand. She got 6 children.
6 children? She got 6 children?
Don't miss the KFC Link Show 37, July 26 to 28, 8 p.m. at the National Cultural Center. Tickets $2,000, $3,000 and $4,000. Compliments of Sylvie's and Camille's Academy. Let's have a good laugh.
All right. Welcome back, and bring the down. We're now joined by Miss Gem Madu Nascimento. Thank you for coming on Positive Vibes. Just to let you know, this podcast, we do it to combat a lot of the negativity we normally see on social media today. Things spread like wildfire. So we thought that we, as comedians, popular people, we've got a responsibility as well. So we do something positive. We address social issues and current affairs without getting involved in the politics. We try to stay away from that. They got many programs to deal with us, so let they deal with it and we can have a lighter conversation on other issues. Tonight we're dealing with this topic. Why are we faced with so many breakup and divorce today as compared to long ago? What's the difference between now and then? So we would have shared a lot of our views. We had a man in the street comments and so on. And I would like you to share your view on that. And let me give you one of these microphones to hook on this, or just hold it in your hand.
Okay, so you want my view on why you have so much breaking up now?
Yes, your thoughts. Your thoughts.
Well, you know, long ago you had breaking up too.
Yeah, but
I am married to someone.
We're looking at
all right, let me tell you my situation. My husband was married twice, so I'm his third marriage. So you had breaking up long ago too. And I would say he's from the long ago era. Right? So you do have many breaking up happening long ago, not only for now, but maybe now it's more prevalent. I think in the olden days, let's say for example, looking at my own family, we were 10 children with us, and my mother persevered. In fact, one of the things that kept her from breaking up and going back to her mom's home was the fact that she had so many children. We were 10 of us, and I think it was a stage when she probably had about 7 of us, so some going to high school, some in primary school, some still small and all that. And she wanted to break up. She wanted to go back to her mom's home. And then she realized, well, oh my God, I'm going back to my mother's house. I have all these children, you know. She's going to become a burden to her mother. And she persevered and stuck it out. And, you know, they never broke up. We were all together, all 10 of us, until most of us are old now. The last one is nearly 60 years of age.
Wow.
And my parents never separated.
Okay.
But as I said, she handled everything in her own way to keep us going.
Take down your microphone. Take it down.
To keep us going.
Take down your microphone.
And
Take
keep
it down.
the family together.
Take off your microphone.
Because she realized that if she had gone back to her mom, then the whole schooling of all our children would be, would gone haywire. We would not have been able to get a proper education. Some of us might have had to come out of primary school and start going and find little odd jobs to keep, sustain us and all of that. But, she kept on going, and all of us grew up as adults, most of us educated, and led a good life. I think now people tend to break up very easily because they are more independent. They can find a job, they can find a little apartment and live, and they can continue life on their own. So it's easier to break up, or it's not so difficult to break up when you know you can continue life on your own without having to impose on anyone else around you, like family or friends. And I think with all the housing that's going on and the development and the loans and the bank and allowing people to get mortgages easily to find their own home, then they don't have to live with a mother and father until they're older. They can move out, get a loan from the bank, buy a house, and live their own life, because our social and cultural landscape has changed completely. When going back to the olden days, when people got married, you lived in the same home with your mother and father. You bring your wife in, and she lived with you, your parents, your brother and sister. Everyone lived in the same house. So, you ask the question, who's living in all these thousands of houses that are being built? I ask that question every day. But it's because our cultural landscape has changed, our social landscape has changed. And so everyone is moving out of the home now. Nobody's staying and having children and grandchildren in the same home. They have their own home now. And as I said, the banks are offering reasonable mortgages. And I guess because of that, people can find a way of moving on in life rather than sticking it out on marriage, sticking it out in an abusive relationship. And of course, you have more, like the ministry has the various homes and they have groups and all of that. And there's the emergence of all these social groups around.
Help and
shelter and the various places that you can go to. In the olden days, I don't think there was anything like
all
that.
of
There was nothing like that. So now there's more of that. So,
Yeah, that explains quite a lot. And we had someone that made similar comments and so on. We were out in the street with our cameras, and we had so many comments. People were talking about finances. They were talking about the little that you had those days could have done much more if you compare it than now. The value of the dollar then. They said $20, you're going to buy so much penny milk and thing and so on. And if you and somebody got together.
It's to fill a grocery basket.
Yes, even though you got more money now, but the value dollar for dollar was the difference. And they're saying financial situation is creating a strain on relationships and so on. And they mention as well what you mentioned about getting involved with someone that is not treating them right and is not, doing what they're supposed to do. They just leave the relationship and so on. So I can see a very learned gentleman with whom we've learned a lot of respect for, Mr. Kit Nascimento. Thank you for joining us here on this wonderful podcast. So we have a very serious conversation because it is alarming with the divorce and the separation. And we say separation because they are reputed wife and husband now, common law relationship. Not necessarily a marriage, but it's almost the same because they end up, they're getting rights now and so on. So, but there's a lot of breakup and separation, and it's alarming. It's a way heavier or bigger portion in terms of percentage than long ago. And Jem was explaining quite a lot just now. What are your thoughts? Why is it that the divorce and separation is so prevalent now than long ago?
Well, perhaps you need me to hold this?
Yes, that's right.
Perhaps people enter into relationships which they haven't given serious thought to. They haven't thought about the responsibilities they have, particularly if they've had children. And it is a fact that a lot of young women in Ghana today get pregnant, have children before they've entered into even a serious relationship. At the end of the day, children need a father and a mother. And if you don't give the relationship you're entering into serious thought about the future, what you have in common, how can you share your lives together, what can you give to each other, not now, not when the excitement of this sexual newness
excitement
and excitement of the
over
is over. And I think if you do that, an awful lot of relationships which break up and never start.
Yeah. So we're actually getting into marriage for the wrong reasons these days.
Well, I mean, whether it's a marriage by the courts, whether it's a marriage in law, or whether it is a relationship, it is should be, the intention should be lifelong. My wife mentioned earlier on that she happened to be my third wife. So I was not very successful myself in my first marriage. I got married much too young.
Okay.
I believe that no man has grown up until he's the age of 30.
At least 30.
And no man should get married before he's 30.
And you were married before that?
Much too young. I was married when I was about 21 or 22.
Okay.
My first marriage. That lasted for 7 years. Largely it broke up because my professional commitments and my professional life changed substantially, which is what happens to most men when they move from being just beyond teenagerships to becoming mature men. And if the woman may not relate to that, in my case, I became general manager of a newspaper. I was out very late at nights, till midnight, 1 in the morning, putting the newspaper to bed. My wife did not understand that, couldn't deal with it. And that largely led to the breakup of the marriage.
A lot of comments we had, and people talk about the roles of women and the roles of men, and they went down to the scriptures and so on, talking about the man is the head of the home, and women do not listen and follow the man. they don't take that leadership from the man. The women are talking about equal rights today, and they actually want to say that you're not the head of the home, especially in cases where the man is the lesser earner. What are your thoughts, any one of you?
My relationship is a partnership. If you're going to lead your life together, it's a partnership. The man and the woman share in a partnership. They have absolutely equal rights. The woman may be earning more money than the man.
Yeah.
So it's not a question of who earns more money or who is the boss and who is not the boss. It's a shared partnership. We have to find common ground.
Do you share that same view?
I share the same view. I don't feel that you know, in that case, then you're saying, okay, if the man is earning more money, then he should take the leadership in the house. But it should be shared, because if one is going to lead and the other follow, it doesn't always work out well. You know, there are some very strong women in a relationship.
But according to the scriptures and so on, isn't the man supposed to, you know, the
man is
role of
supposed
a man?
to be the breadwinner of the family.
The leader of the head of the home.
Yeah. But he doesn't have to lead the woman by his nose, you know, like what they want to do, literally, you know. You can give the woman a say. She might not, because you're bringing, okay, you bring so much $100,000 a month. The woman is not working. She's not bringing the money. But what she's doing in the home to bring up your family, to cook for you, to clean house.
That's
a
job.
That's a job.
Yeah, big job.
That's a big job. Nobody pays her.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I'm saying. A woman should have equal say, not because he's bringing the money and putting it on the table. She should have equal say.
But we're not talking about because he's bringing the money. We're talking about because he's male, because he's the man. And in any organization, even in government or any, you must have a president, a leader, somebody with the final say. And shouldn't that be the man?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Not at all. Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
The scriptures that you quote were written in ancient times.
Yeah. Prehistoric times.
They were not written for a modern
not a modern
marriage
world, what we're
in a
living
modern
in.
world.
Not in this world.
So I go back to saying that ultimately, if it's going to be a successful relationship, it has to be understood that it is in fact a partnership.
And shared. Responsibility needs to be shared.
There are occasions.
Leadership needs to be shared.
There are decisions that the man may be more suitable to make. There are decisions that the woman may be more suitable.
We had a lot of...
let's take an example if you want. You're going to buy a new home. Now, if you're going to buy a new home and you're going to furnish that new home, it is more likely that the woman will take the lead than the man.
Yeah, because of style and pattern and design.
Well, the convenience of the home, where things should be and who's going to go where, who's going to sleep, where's the kitchen, the location of this to that, you know. And because she's going to be the one that's doing everything in the house almost, cleaning it, you know, cooking, where you cook the food. I mean, you don't want a kitchen here and then
conveniently
the table, the dining table is still a mile away, you know, that kind of thing. So
when
you need a female input.
I ran my own house. I was living as a bachelor. And I happened to be a good cook. She would disagree with me today. But she did respect my cooking at one time. And I knew my way around the kitchen. I have no idea where to find anything in the kitchen today.
After that, because she changed everything.
She's taken over the kitchen.
Yeah.
It is now her domain.
Well, the thing is that for the first, you know, he had his home decorated the way he had it and everything else. The home was small, so I couldn't even fit anything that I had, because I had my own furnishings. So I had to get rid of mine. But the thing is, I didn't move anything. I didn't change anything. And I know a couple of friends came in the house and said, Jem, why don't you put this there? I said, no, this is Skit's house. So, you know, I respect how he had his house and how he liked it, and it worked. So for me, it didn't make sense to go just changing around things for the sake of changing it around. I just left the house as it is, and it's just like that. The kitchen part is a different story altogether.
Well, for our viewers, I just want them to know that, it's always good. I am so grateful to have senior people here with me on the program. We're not just getting views from young people and opinions. Something very important that Mr. Nascimento would have said, he's not agreeing that man should be any leader. He said that that was ancient laws and so on, because we hold on to that as men, and we truly believe that we must, somebody got to steer the ship, and that should be a man's role. They believe that the roles would have been in reverse and created a lot of problems for relationships now, even though it's a partnership as well. Somebody should have the final say, and that should be the man. But from what I'm hearing here, not necessarily. So that is the kind of thing that we've been faced with. A lot of breakup, a lot of divorce taking place. People don't hold a relationship too long. But many things were pointed out. We talk about women are not going to sit and tolerate a lot now like before, because of the fact that they are more independent now, because they are more civilized, if you want to say that, and they got choices now. You talk about they can move out, they can get a loan and rent a place and so on. So they're not going to stick the kind of, long ago the women used to stick it out because they never had the choice. That was it. So the rate of separation and divorce is just because people are not agreeing. It's not necessarily that they are not making the right choice in terms of partner and marrying for the wrong reasons. Maybe for sex and for some people even blame social media. They say Facebook and so on. They said that how people are looking at the glamour and the glitter and the lifestyle of the celebrities and they're patterning themselves from that, and they're looking at the wrong things and not setting their priorities right, and that is why that we facing these divorce and so on as well. Is that any merit to that?
Well, let me tell you, celebrities are no different to the man in the street.
They say celebrity marriage, they never last.
Some last for hours only. But,
I mean, I don't regard myself as a celebrity, or Jem as a celebrity.
You might be very popular though.
But we're certainly very well known in this country.
Good.
And I suppose we can be regarded as amongst the leadership of the country in many ways.
Yeah.
But we're no different to the housekeeper, to the man and wife who run a cook shop. We're just ordinary human beings, and our relationships have to be respectful of each other. I think possibly the most important thing of all in marriage is that there has to be something called love. Now, love is not definable, but it is there. It is born of an admiration, a respect, a need to be with that other person for the rest of your life. If that disappears, it is time to conclude the relationship.
Yeah, I like that. I feel like I'm in school.
One thing I want to say, even though it's good that people have options now, to move on with their life and move out of an abusive relationship, which is good because some of these things lead to death. It leads to murder. I mean, we see it almost every day.
Someone mentioned that in the comments.
Yeah. People need to sit and work out things. When you have children involved, it's a very sad situation. That you have to move out and you have a child or two children or something, then they grow up with just one parent.
Or a step that
I
might
know
not
the
have
beauty of
the
growing up with
interest.
both of my parents, and I have to thank my mother for sticking it out because we had both parents when we grew up, and I think it made a hell of a lot of difference in our lives. But think of those children who grow up without a mother, without a father. and just one parent they know. You know, there's something missing in your life for that. And that's sad. And I think people need to look at those things before they make a decision. Give everything a last try. Go to some counselor, go to an uncle, a great aunt, or somebody, and discuss your problems and see if you can work it out. Don't just say, oh, the first, quarrel or something like that, you're getting out of here.
Because you would
There
have...
must have been something that drew them together.
Yes.
There's another very important aspect, and it's called friendship.
Friendship, oh my, yes. Yeah.
If you're going to have a long-lasting relationship, you have to be friends. Jem and I were friends long before we fell in love, long before we contemplated marriage. And I've been married to Jem longer than I've been married to any other woman.
Okay. That's so nice. I wanted to ask the question.
I will tell you a little secret I'm going to expose here today.
Go ahead. It goes to show that the road is not so smooth all the time, right?
I run the finances in our home. I mean, I earn my own money. But
I know who for beg for money. Good.
But I run the finances, and when he wants money, so I keep telling him, I say, you're not going shopping. What do you need money for? So he complains all the time, and he complains to everybody. Imagine when I want pocket money, I have to go to her. Can anybody imagine this?
True.
Yeah.
Though I believe I do earn a bit more than she does.
This is not tail out of school. This is a fact. And I think many people would be shocked to hear that. But it's the truth.
Right.
And he doesn't think much of it. So
that is the other important thing.
Trust
I've always
and
believed.
confidence.
Not all marriage couples share their finances. But I've always believed if you're going to marry someone, you're going to make your life with them. What is mine is hers, what is hers is mine.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to ask a question, and it's not relevant now, but I'm going to say it anyway. What would you say to young people, all these people that are getting breakup and separating so often now? But you said a lot already, and if they would have just listened to those reasons, I think that we can reduce the separation and divorce. Yes, you've got these options now. Yes, you're more independent as women now and don't have to stick in nonsense. But at the same time, they must have had something, you mentioned it, that what brought you together. And so try to stick it out and at least work out certain things. Don't just give up on relationship because of a little difference and so on. I'm going to ask a question that a lot of people would ask. This is ridiculous, by the way, so I'm going to say it even up front. Some people say you should not leave a man that's a good man, working man, take care of his responsibility, just because he cheated.
Oh my God.
I said it was ridiculous.
Well, I will let Jem answer that.
I don't believe you played it safe. So that's better, played it safe. You let Jem answer that. Yeah. I know you're thinking.
You know, the thing is, when you're young, jealousy is something that could send you real crazy. It could send you mad, and it sends you to commit suicide, and it sends you to commit murder. This word jealousy. It's awful. It's really awful. And that is what happens when you're young and you have a partner who's cheating on you. It sends you crazy. I mean, I was young once and I experienced it. And now I look back and I wondered, well, was it silly of me to think that way? You know, should I have stuck it out?
What do you say to yourself? What's the answer?
But I had other reasons. I had other reasons. It wasn't only that part of jealousy. There were other reasons why I didn't stick it out.
You know, it's an interesting question, and there's no actual simple answer to it. By cheating, I presume you mean that one partner or the other has had sex.
Yeah. Outside of
the marriage.
Yes.
Unknown to the other partner in the marriage. That, in fact, is cheating. But you know, there are marriages, very successful ones, in which both partners agree to have open marriages. It's a very sophisticated approach. Open marriages in the sense that they have sexual relationships
with other
persons on both sides. And both sides understand that.
Sometimes on one
I don't
side.
recommend it. I think at the end of the day, it can lead to the most horrific fights and problems. But it does happen. And there are many marriages.
You know, I heard men referring to the good books, saying that not one of the great ones that you talk about or read about had one wife. And why is it such a big issue? Today's women want you to stick it out with only one woman. Why is it? And they talk about the reason of being able to finance and to love the women the same way, especially in some other faith. You know, as long as you're able to take care of the woman, and as long as you're able to love them equally and treat them well, it shouldn't be an issue. But of course, those are men saying that.
But and the men who say that would not agree to the woman having other men.
Exactly.
But they don't believe that women should ever.
Right.
They believe seriously.
But then it's not an equal relationship.
It's not.
Then it's a dominant.
Why is it good for one? It's not good for the other.
Because of the society, you know, and you must get respect for society, that what's fame for a man is shame for a woman, and a woman should not be promiscuous and doing certain things.
Well, you're right that that happens to grow from societal norms.
Yeah.
Indeed, I venture to suggest that even in this country, that societal norm is probably still prevalent. I think many Guyanese men, from what I've been able to see, who have not traveled widely, who do not have a wider vision of the world, who have a very narrow family upbringing, are very chauvinistic. And to translate what I mean by chauvinistic, what's good for them is fine, but it's not good for the woman. The woman must be subservient to them. That is not a partnership. That is a relationship in one human being is commanding another. And it's not a healthy relationship.
Yeah. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess that we can go on a lot, but we would have covered, I think, some very vital and important. I am so happy. I can't express how much I'm glad to have a senior couple that is enjoying marriage life, and that I can consider would have had quite a lot of experience. Like you said, that we consider leaders in our society, grace our program, and as dishing out and dispensing advice. Your opinion mostly, because it's all up to our viewers to take what you want to take away from this. But I'm glad that we had a wide cross section of views, and now you may want to examine your relationship and hope that it would make the little that we would have heard would make a difference. These are ongoing conversations, and I think counseling and taking advice from trusted sites and so on may help. And so we look forward to the future. We hope that the little conversation we had would have mended our society and ills in some way or the other, because that's exactly what we try to do in this program. If we can reach one or two persons, it would be good. If we meet a lot, we'll be very, very happy. Before we go, we gotta talk about Link's show coming up. I wanted you to come on the show, especially to talk about Link's show. Comedy is so important for us all, and I don't think people really get it, how important comedy is and laughter is. From the inception of the introduction of comedy, satire, even the slave masters and so on used to had the slaves put on shows and do satirical pieces about them. They thought it was very important for them to get a little idea how the slaves are thinking, and it's a stress relief and all of that. Can we ever get enough comedy?
Well, life is not life without laughter.
That's a part of our social being.
As I say, comedy is stress relief. But coming back to slavery, you know the masquerade and the outfits they wear for masquerade. You know where those outfits used to come from?
It
course. Was the hand-me-down from the wives. The masters of the jackets and so on, ties and all of that, and fancy dresses, you know, from the wives of the plantation masters. So
well, we're getting a nice portion of medicine, laughter, coming up on the 26th, 27th, and 28th.
Yeah.
That's what are the days?
It's a Friday, Saturday, and
Sunday. This month, don't get mixed up. I don't like
say next week.
July. I don't like say because people will say July. I thank God July. No, it's next week.
Next weekend. Next weekend.
Right?
Yeah. Well, they're getting a good dose of comedy. You just had your Nothing to Laugh About show a couple of weekends ago, and so now this is another set of laughter. So
this is
you're one of
the best.
You're one of Ghana's leading comedian.
Yeah. Well, I could laugh every day. And I believe that, you know, the Culture Center only hold 2,000 and 1,900 and something people. And listen, look at the population in Guyana here. I think that the Link Show coming on now, and everybody got great regards to the Link Show as one of the leading, if not the number one. It is the number one satirical.
It's the longest running.
It's the only theatrical production that has been survived so many years. We talking about 43 years.
And it's only 37 because you would have missed.
We missed a few years.
COVID and all the things and so on.
I had left the company, and then the show stopped, and then I came back into it with my own.
Link Show is an institution. It's a household name. What can we expect this year?
The Link Show represents many things. It represents, an annual satirical review that started up in Ghana in 1981. It represented also, and many of you as actors don't know this, it was the beginning of professional theater in this country. Before that, nobody got paid. I know there was one producer who paid people, I think the very year the Link Show started, he paid them, he had his production and paid them early in the year. But it was not on a formalized basis. You know, he just told them, oh, I'll give you so much, I'll give you so much. And then apparently at the end of the production, this is what I heard, he didn't pay them the full amount of money, he just gave them half and all of that. But with the start of the Link Show, we had a legal contract drawn up, which survives up to today, and I think many of the producers are using the same contract because they have worked with us. And that legal contract was drawn up, which we started signing up everybody who worked in a production. That has never ever been done before, and that was 1981 November. And so it was the start of a new era in theater in Guyana, where actors were making money for themselves. Prior to that, nobody got paid. Everybody did it free. We ran shows for 3 weeks at the Theatre Guild, when you were a member of the Theatre Guild. 3 weeks, 21 nights. And sometimes you do 2 holdovers. And all of that was free. Nobody got a penny. You paid your own passage to go to the Theatre Guild to perform.
Look at that kind of respect.
And you go back home.
Because I heard the older guys, the senior guys in the acting fraternity talking about the distance they walk and had to come to Rio with no pay and things like that.
No, nobody paid you.
But these days, you don't have space for parking.
No.
Just for the actors
alone.
The
actors. And even when we started, there was the director used to have a car. Nobody else. Now you see all the actors are turning up with cars. No, it's a fantastic feeling, and I don't know. You probably don't even know how I feel when I see things like that. Because you feel a sense of responsibility for making all of this happen today. You know. And then when the theater company started the first Link Show, after that it was a birth of a whole series of local playwrights that came on the scene. The Harold Bascom, Vivian Williams, Paloma Muhammad, you name them, a whole string of of local playwrights started to produce, and they were producing. their
You
own
would
plays.
agree that there's room for even more?
Of course, no, there is room for a lot more because a lot of those playwrights have left the scene, have moved on in different things, and they're not writing plays anymore. So right now, the only local playwright you have on the scene would be, well, Bascom is still writing, but his plays are not being produced, only through the Guyana Prize. The same thing with Paloma's plays are in the Guyana Prize that are being produced. Who else? Hollinsworth recently revived one of his older play and put a different twist to it, and I think it was a success. But you don't have many local playwrights. Ray Wilshire has written a play, then you have this young boy, Jamal LaRose, and a couple others.
But then what's the reason for that? There
But
has to be a reason.
the thing is that the plays are not the catchy kind of plays that would grab an audience. I've read some of them. Some of them are very intricate and the plot is very sophisticated and it you'd have to think.
Weren't you a judge?
Yes, I was a judge. That's why based on that I'm telling you. So it's not all slapstick stuff that you can, sit down and just relax and easy.
Get a good
understand
laugh. You gotta
get a good laugh.
hut your head, study a little bit.
Hut your head and the interpretation of the play and all of that. So the writing is getting a lot more sophisticated, not as simple as it used to be.
So is it a cultural change that create people don't go for serious drama now and they're in for laughter? Because we notice it with nothing to laugh about. We target the laughter, and I believe usually our success we target the laughter. We feed the people with what they want to see, what they come out to enjoy, what they like the most,
But
and we were criticized.
There's a danger in that.
There's a danger. We were criticized that it's only the y'all know for do, but then it's a business that we're doing, and we are giving the people what they want and so on. Go ahead, Mr.
Well, you're catering for popularity.
Yes.
But
And at the end of the day,
I believe that theatre has a responsibility to the nation in which it takes place to educate as well.
the minister is presently looking at that and supporting theatre in that way. He's taking that angle and he's using the prize for literature winners and supporting the staging of those plays.
All life is not laughter.
Yeah, while that is a very good move and a good initiative, there is a little danger in it. And I think I may have expressed this before, because there's a little danger in it in terms of what he is giving the actors when they perform in those shows as to what a private producer will pay. Because remember, he is not, the ministry is not producing the play to earn any revenue, and they're funding the entire thing.
Yeah,
So
but he
it's a good
didn't
opportunity.
make any payment agreement and so on. It is the producers and the directors. We ourselves would have said how much we would like to, and I think the actors would have been benefiting.
The actors,
and it's
good for the
really,
actors.
really good.
It's good for the for production team and actors.
Yeah.
They make a good sum.
And it encourages local, because people don't want to take acting as a career. Most of the actors, until we get problems with them because they're working here and there, and to get them together, it's very difficult and challenging. People wouldn't take an acting job as a career.
But that wouldn't help people to stop doing any other job, It's not, because there's not so many. I mean, last year, how many productions were done? 3. This year, 1 was done. Nothing else was done.
Yeah, but
so
we got 2 more lineup and so on.
Yeah,
it's a start.
It's
and
not enough to satisfy,
Yeah, we're looking forward to the future anyway.
But
we want to talk about Link Show.
Okay. All right, so, we have, and the Link has started since 1981. So, as I said, it's the only theatrical production that has run so long, with a few years missing. So, we're at Link 37. So it's 37 years the show has been going on. The show has traveled to North America. It has traveled to Canada in the early years. We don't do it anymore. It has traveled the length and breadth of Guyana, all the way to Caribbean.
That's so painful. I'm sorry to interrupt. It's so painful. That was a part that we used to look out for. Traveling, going overseas and doing the Link. Why is it almost impossible
now? Let me tell you
now?
something. Nothing comes easy. Everything to organize a tour is very hard.
Yeah,
it's
the
not
flight,
easy.
the
and then
accommodation.
people don't want to pay you. They don't want to make commitment for you overseas and say, look, I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars to bring a show here. You know, so
Because
you
a
know,
party they're not making back the money.
well, I don't know what it is.
But the world,
But it was never really financially successful. So why do you continue to flog a horse?
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
the people enjoyed it. We had good turnout. You know.
but the link show, Jem, is fundamentally a satirical comment on the politics and the governance of the country at the time. And that is relevant mainly to Guyana. It is, if you travel with it, it is relevant only to Guyanese.
But they have a
Who are
huge
living overseas.
diaspora people. Because look, Mahendra would have been taking Clash of the Titans, and when you see the arena, when you see how the place is filled to capacity, there's so much of Guyanese, like all the Guyanese do in the US. I think.
Well, if you take a comedy overseas with typical Guyanese humor, and you have a Guyanese audience, you will be successful.
You know, people, when we took the link, they would say, even if they didn't understand the political humor in it, they just loved the dialect and listened to the Guyanese accent.
Yeah, they got
it just made them
Americans who went to try out to see if they could understand, and they sat there and whatever they grasped, they laughed and so on.
But mainly the link shows is satirized, a satirical review. It's not, I mean, we do some slapstick stuff, yes, because we want to, you know, there
Create the
are
laughter.
people who want to come and just enjoy it and it will hot up the brain. Understand all the little innuendos.
Here's where I put you in the trouble now, man. Gotta give you a hard time. I can't make you come on the program and get such an easy time and relax and thing. You don't like letting the cat out the bag and giving away too much and thing. Why you think this is important for people to come out in the numbers and enjoy this link show? What's
Well,
give me anything.
We didn't do one last year. So it's 2 years of political satire we tried to cover here now. We can't cover it in one show, so we will show you some of it.
Yeah, tell me this. Since you've been doing link show, right? The whole satire and so on. Have you been hearing negative comments in terms of not the audience? They enjoy it, we know that, but like government officials and so on. Do they get a little negative? You get a negative. What should I say? Does it hurt some of them, and they don't take too kindly to it?
Some don't take too kindly to it.
Look, I have been in the government.
Yeah, you get a lot of.
Former minister. I've been on both sides of that fence.
Right.
And there's no government in the world that enjoys being satirized. No such government exists.
Okay.
You need to be a minister who has a sense of humor, who can look at what you do seriously and understand that there is something to be laughed about. And it is good for politicians. Any politician, and I've been one, and people still think I am one, who takes himself seriously, too seriously, will fail.
Okay. Okay.
Let me go back a little bit in history. There were a couple of people who didn't like the link, who worked with the government, when we were very close to the president and so. And there were these PSs from the ministry in the time when Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport was one, and they would come and look at the rehearsal. And there was a particular skit in 1983 that they didn't like, because we showed Burnham being knocked out, or knocking out Chetty by a 2/3 majority. They were hitting at the voting thing. And of course, when was counting out for Burnham, they were going 1, 1 1/4, 1 1/2.
1
and when was Chetty, they'll come, what did you do? So they didn't like the skit and they took it out. So the first 2 nights of the show, everybody was so depressed, and the director went to the president. And you know, he said, Ron, I trust your judgment. And the skit was back. They were all left with their mouth open. And I think there was one other one that I heard made a comment that Burnham should ban that show. But you know, in every society, satire is necessary. It happens all the time on American television, all those night show hosts.
Ron gave me a joke at the time. He said, oh, one time he was threatened that the link show would be pulled off. Burnham called him and said, you're going to call off the link show because he heard that nothing
was about him
on the link show. I laughed at that.
Let me tell you this. If you are not in the link show, you're not important.
You're not relevant. You're not making sense.
You don't play any significant role in the society.
Okay.
And the more significant role you play in the society, the more likely
that something is going to. Once you make the news, you're a public figure, and so you're saying in no uncertain terms. That's so nice to know. You've been a minister, you've been lampooned and so about, and you're here recommending it and saying that it's a good thing.
It is healthy.
It's healthy.
A bit of a cold.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, take it. But listen, we know the link show is on the 26th, the 27th, 28th, 8 p.m. sharp. Yeah, I know the link show. The link show, it carries a name for itself, right? And so we're really looking forward for a huge turnout. People come out and just get a really great laughter. And we hope that people who may be featured in the link show that is in government or leadership position
consider themselves honored.
Consider themselves honored and so on. And people come out for that. If the link show don't have that inside, that will kill the link show.
Before we close.
Well, that's all it's about, political satire about people, personalities, political figures, situations.
Before we go,
I'd really like to congratulate you on the seriousness of your show earlier on when you were addressing the question of marriage and successful marriages. It is good to see someone like you understand that in all of the comedy and laughter that you do, you understand that there is a serious part of life and that you've devoted this show to seriously addressing problems that people face in their daily lives. And for me, and I'm sure Jem, it has been an honor to participate.
That means a whole lot, and my hat will not fit me tomorrow coming from you. Over the years I've got so much of respect, and I am grateful, honored, and I want to thank you so very much. Is there anything else you would like to say? Let's, especially for the link show, you've got the cream of the crop of Guyanese actors inside, the usual suspects, I like to say.
And you have some newcomers too.
And you have quite a lot of newcomers.
Yeah, we always bring new people in, and that's how we groom them, and then they get noticed, and then they come and work with you and everybody else.
We teeth them.
But it's a springboard for many.
Always let the woman have the last word.
It's a springboard for many actors to get known, to be exposed, and all of that.
And Jem, that people should know that we've worked for years together as well, and we've worked in unison and together. Some people believe that when you have another show, or I think that there should be a divide and things like that. We have worked so wonderful, so many years, and we've enjoyed.
What we haven't achieved yet in Ghana is an association, like an actors association or a producers association or an artist association. We badly need that, and I made many attempts to get that going, and it has not gone anywhere. But that is something that we need to come together and do.
All right, so protect our actors and
everyone.
Yeah,
an actor's skill. It is necessary.
Maybe it wouldn't go on fall on deaf ears continuously.
Sometimes. But the one other thing I want to tell the public: make sure you get there on time. I'm a stickler for time.
Yeah.
And 8 o'clock is 8 o'clock. And now, with all this heavy traffic going on, make sure you leave home early.
And it's directed by the legendary Mr. Ron Robinson, of whom I've got great respect for. I've learned so much. I've emulated Ron Robinson. Took some, and you know, Ron would come to our show and advise me and things like that. A lot of people don't know how much we work together, but Ron is a very good gentleman, and he's in his prime still doing comedy. He knows about comedy, I can tell you that. And so I think we're looking forward for a great link show this time. People, all you need to do is show up, and the rest is history.
And tickets are on sale already, so you need to get your tickets early.
Thank you very much for coming. We've got other shows, and we've got other nights that we're going to do this podcast. It's called Positive Vibe. It's to combat the negativity and all the filth that we see on social media today. We want to ensure that we as popular people, you know, are able to do something, make a contribution to our country in a different way as well. So that's what we do, and we hope that we can invite you back when we got other topics as well sometime.
Well, thank you very much for having us.
Good. No, I want you to promise that you will come another time.
But of course.
Good. Good. That's on record there.
He just happened to be accompanying me this time.
Here's where we have to go. I thank you so very much on behalf of the operator there, the man on the console, Mr. Charles Adrian, and of course the man on camera there, the young man is called Charles Stevens. Switch the camera around so that they can see your face. And then, yes, of course, the executive producer of this podcast and signature production, Maria Benchcap. We say subscribe, like, follow, and of course, you will get everything trending and get your entertainment 100%. So, on behalf of KFC's Link Show and all our other sponsors, Payless Variety Store, Star Party Rentals, Gemini Cocktails, Roy's Pharmacy, Paws Importers and Distributors, Auto, Genuine Auto Spirit, and of course the Taste Temptation. We'd like to say thank you very much, and do enjoy the rest of the night. We see you next week, Tuesday, for another edition of Positive Vibes Unfiltered. Tata, bye-bye.
Grandpa, could I please have $5,000?
$5,000? You know, in my day, $5,000 could buy a car.
Wow, Granddad, you're more than 100 years old?
No, but they're getting there fast.
Don't miss the KFC Link Show 37, July 26 to 28, 8 p.m. at the National Cultural Center. Tickets $2,000, $3,000 and $4,000. Compliments of Sylvie's and Camille's Academy. Let's have a good laugh.
Yeah, people, you deserve it. It's time to get a big laugh. That's correct. Laugh out loud. Laugh like wrath. It's happening tomorrow night. Yes, Friday night. Friday night at Metro, upstairs at Metro New Amsterdam. Yes, upstairs at Metro New Amsterdam. It's going to be laugh like never before. Listen, raw. Myself, Lyndon Jumbie Jones, and Chow Pow. We coming. Stand-up comedy. Come and laugh. Get a good time. It's going to be, tickets are only $2,000, $2,000 and $4,000. You understand? Come in and have a good time, man. Stress relief. Yes. Big time laugh. No limits. No limits. It never happened before. It's going to happen at upstairs at Metro New Amsterdam. You understand me? So, Barbies, come out to your numbers. It ain't too late for you to come out to have a good time. Yeah.
Hello, Auntie and Uncle. I am Glenn Ball, and I'm here to talk about ring fencing and exxon mobil.
Glenn. It's a lecture art we doing. What are you doing?
Oh yes, that. Well, I was talking about the fence that they're building around the link show time with the 26, 27, and 28 at the National Cultural Center. So come and get the ticket. Let we talk about fencing around the link.
Don't miss the KFC Link Show 37, July 26 to 28, 8 p.m. at the National Cultural Center. Tickets $2,000, $3,000 and $4,000. Compliments of Sylvie's and Camille's Academy. Let's have a good laugh.